Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Before we start, hit that subscribe button below. Thank you very much for doing that. Okay, so let's create our first subroutine. Here I'm going to call it sub and call it first sub. Okay, so that's first sub here, and we're going to be calling subroutines. Yeah, so we're just going to create my scalar number is going to be equal to 55, and the next one is we'll call it that number 1 so we don't get confused. So the next one of course is going to be my scalar number 2, and that's going to be equal to 100. These are just random numbers off the top of my head. So now we're going to create a result because we're going to add these two numbers together. So this is going to be my scalar result is going to be equal to scalar number 1 plus scalar number 2. Okay, so we're going to print here so the user knows what's going on. First sub being called. Okay, so we're going to call this first subroutine, not fist, but first sub being called. And we're going to pause it a little bit, so we're going to give it a 1 second pause using sleep here. So that will pause it for 1 second so we can actually see what's going on, so it doesn't do it in a blink of an eye. So then we're going to print after that first sub, which is first subroutine, and new line character there. Okay, and we're going to go down here and we're going to, whoops, shouldn't have done that. Okay, we're going to create the next subroutine. So this is going to be sub, we're going to call it second sub. Okay, and again print calling second sub. So this is the second subroutine that's going to get called. Okay, I'll give it a little bit of a pause there so we can see clearly what's happening. So I use the sleep again for 1 second, and what we're going to do is we're going to print out my array. So I'm going to create a little array here. Whoa, spell it right. Array, and that's going to be 1, 1, 2, and 10 there. So what that'll do is it'll print out an array from number 1 to number 10 for us, and then type in print the array. So we shall see that. A new line character there. Okay, and then what we've got to do, we've got to actually call these subroutines. So the first one is going to be called first sub, so we're going to call it like that, by first sub, and the second one is going to be called second sub. So we're going to call the second sub. All we have to do now is save this, and let's run the program, shall we? First sub being called, first sub calling second sub, and when we called the second sub here, it printed out the array from 1 to 10. So there you go, Bob's your uncle and Fanny is your auntie, and I'll see you in another video. But if you haven't clicked subscribe, click it now. Bye bye.